Okay, hello. This is Denise and I am Marie. We are kind of going to go over what I would normally do, I guess, before I ride my horse. So nothing crazy. I just really want her to be queued up with me before we start anything. So this is going to be a groundwork bareback session. Should be fun. Denise is she's my favorite girl. She's my favorite girl. Out of all my favorites out there, she's my most favorite. And we have a pretty good connection. We've done a lot of groundwork together and worked together a ton. So I do like to work with her bareback every once in a while. I'm trying to really work on her leg pressure and not having to use my hands at all. So we're gonna do bareback and only in the halter. So, but first I wanna establish a connection with her, even though, yes, she listens to me most of the time. We have good days. But I want to establish a connection with my horse before I even get on her, especially if I'm going to entrust my horse to be bareback, because I don't have anything to hang on to. You know, anything can happen. So I want to make sure that we're in sync a little bit more. So when we do that, I try to make today as realistic as possible. Most days, when I go to ride my horse, I'm not going to have my stick and string with me. So I'm just gonna use the end of my lead rope. She's kind of not listening, so I'm gonna tap her shoulder. There we go, she walked forward. I'm gonna point, there we go. There we go. She keeps kind of putting her shoulder towards me, and that's not what I want. I don't have the stick, so I'm using what I have because this is normally how life would probably be. And so we get to walking. If you guys remember from a while ago, earlier this year, she had lameness issues in her front end. We got her shod and she is doing much better. Her feet are doing better. So now I just got to get her a little bit more in shape and used to different things, but it's been a long summer. So we're gonna just work on what we can in the time that we have. So now I'm gonna get her to trot. I'm gonna point, cluck. There we go. I wanna keep her in that trot. I'm gonna increase my body language because I don't have a stick, so. I'm gonna try and stop her when she stays in it before she decides to. There we go. She kind of walked into me on that, but again, it's my fault. I don't have a stick. This is how it is. So I'm gonna point. I'm gonna kind of lean towards her. There we go. Now she's looking good. There's a lot of stuff going on outside. She's always very watchy. I gave her a nice little whack because she came into my space, and I don't really want that. I want her to stay over there. We do have a short lead rope today, but that's okay. She knows what is my space and what is her space. Obviously, she's doing a very good job now at maintaining that, and look how good she's maintaining her trot. So I'm gonna give her a break, step on her tail, and she's gonna face me. Good girl. Good girl. So now I'm gonna send her off going the opposite direction. We're just gonna do a couple more laps. Go on, mama. I'm gonna ask her to trot now. When she breaks that gait, I kind of get after her a little bit more because she knows that she should stay in a trot. I trust her, so getting after her bum is okay for me. She's asking to come in. You see that? Go, mama. There we go. So there we go. Trying to stop her before she wants to stop. Face me, please. Thank you. Okay, so that's a little bit of lunging. So now she should be a little bit more keyed up to me. So I should be able to walk around without this lead rope, without holding it, and she'll follow me, stop when I stop, turn. Sometimes you kind of got to redirect their attention, especially when there's an opening and she's a watchy horse, so she likes to look out a lot. But now I know she's in tune with me. She's stopping when I stop, she's turning with me, she's paying attention. There's a lot of noise and a lot of people out today. So the one last thing that I want to know that I can do is back her up. She doesn't back up very straight, so we'll work on that. But ooh, that was pretty straight actually. Good girl. I want to make sure that I can back her up at any point. So now that we've done that, I'm gonna come over here. I don't have a mounting block, so hopefully I don't fall. And we're going to hop on her back. And we're gonna use this lead rope as our reins today. And I really want her to listen to my leg cues and not be using my lead rope when we're riding today. She's pretty good, but I'm wanting to rope off her a little bit. Not that I'm good at it, but I'm wanting to rope off her a little bit. Come forward, ma'am. And in order to rope off her, I need her to be extremely good with leg cues. Okay. Ooh, 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 good girl. So now we're on. She also could work on her woes just a little bit. She loses them every once in a while. And so this should be a good practice with just the halter. So I'm going to want to turn to my left, well, to our left. And so we're going to, oh, I forgot one. We're gonna try and do it in this. Let's see. There we go. Good girl. Let's see if she'll stop. Ooh. Oh, good girl. Okay, so we're gonna try and do some sharp turns as well as just follow around the arena and keep her in a straight line. So I'm gonna ask her to go forward. I wanna go left. I'm putting that leg pressure. She's not going. I'm gonna kick her a little bit, add additional pressure. Look where I'm going a little bit more. There we go. Now she's kind of wandering to the left, so I'm gonna look to the right. Leg pressure, there we go. I picked up on my rein just a little bit. Don't do that, girl. She walked almost right into the wall. She won't do that, but. And I'm gonna want her to go deeper into these corners. So I'm gonna try and point her nose. I'm gonna use my rein this time. There we go. And go into the corners, along the wall. I don't think this is following me anymore. Now we're gonna try and do a nice left. She's gonna be distracted by the opening, so we're gonna pick up on our rein. Ma'am. There we go. She stopped in the corner, you couldn't see, but she stopped in the corner and didn't wanna go anymore, even after I picked up on the rein, so I had to bump her a couple times with my heel. So now she's veering away from the wall, so we're trying to do off just leg pressure. She's overcorrecting, there we go. So I think my body is not centered. There we go. So now she's forming away from the wall, so I'm gonna try and get her to go. Got my foot on her, there we go. That was good. She likes to stop by the opening. So I'm gonna look to the left. She did it again in this corner, and I tried to get her ahead of time, but she didn't quite get there. Okay, I'm gonna try and stay in the center just a little bit more because that other corner you cannot see at all. So we got her going kind of straight. I'm gonna try and get over against the wall a little bit more, leg pressure, there we go. Now there we go. Looking through my corner, there we go, that was really good, girl. I want her to go into this corner a little bit more, picking up the rein, there we go. She did it a little late, so now I'm gonna cut this corner a little bit more than I was. So we're starting early. Ooh, good girl. Nope, not the stop though. Okay, now we're wanting to go left some more. She's getting distracted. Here we go. She's getting distracted again. There we go. Anytime someone walks by, she gets super, super distracted. Okay, so let's see if we can give her a nice little ooh. That wasn't too bad. I didn't pick up on my rein at all. Let's get her to turn in at a weird spot. There we go. Good girl. Let's try and get her to go towards the camera. There we go. Good girl. Now we'll stop before the camera. Ooh. I inadvertently picked up on the rein just a little bit on that last one, but that was a really good stop. So now we're gonna try and go over to the right, and we're gonna reverse this circle a little bit. Good girl. Keep her going by the door. Okay, she's kind of turning in a little bit. I want her to come in. There we go. Had to pick up on the rein and tap her on that one. For the most part, she'll kind of follow this circle a little bit, or this oval. Ooh, so ooh, ooh. So I want her to be on her toes a little bit more, and I'll try and stop her randomly. And now we're gonna turn into the circle. There we go. I'm trying to release her when she does turn. There we go. So she knows she's doing a good job. So what I need to do that's better is we're gonna go straight towards the cameras, plan a little bit more ahead, there we go. On where I want to go. Ooh, ooh, good girl. That was a good stop. Could have been quicker, but still good. No rein, just body. So we'll give her a little break right there. Good girl. So now I keep going to the right. I'm gonna start to the left and then go to a right circle. So I'm gonna look, she can feel my body. So now I'm gonna roll my ankle on her. There we go, good girl. Now keep turning. There we go. She can hear her baby out there. She's getting all worried. Okay, so what I need to do better is how my pressure is. So when I want to turn, I'm putting my foot on her, my calf, and then when she's not turning, I kind of go straight to kicking, which isn't good. Don't try and get me, girl. We're gonna try and turn her around here. There we go. Ooh, ooh. There we go. That was a little hands on that one because she wasn't really listening. It's hard when she's facing this outside area. So what I was saying is when I want her to turn, I'm gonna put my leg pressure on her and kind of hook my heel up under her a little bit. And then I'm gonna, to increase that pressure, I'm gonna roll my heel on under her. And then to increase another amount, I'm going to start to tap her. And I have to be very clear with those 3 increments in order to be clear with what I'm asking. I can't expect her to be nice and just listen if I go from 0 to 100. I want to make sure that I do those steps in order to be clear for her. And then once she gets better, I'll take some of those steps away and expect a little bit more. which she is kind of almost there. I know she can be better, but if I'm trying to make her better right now, I gotta make it very clear. So I want her to go more towards the wall, so I'm gonna, there you go, good girl. I'm gonna have her go more towards the wall. There we go, good girl. And that was just with the step 1 leg pressure. So I want her to turn sharp right here. Step 1 leg pressure, roll. There we go. Leg pressure, roll, there we go. She gets very distracted if you notice by the door. So now I'm gonna have her turn sharp here, leg pressure. I didn't even have to roll on that one. Hoo, hoo, there we go. Let's fix my body posture a little bit. I'm kind of slouching too. Okay, so we're gonna get her going. I'm gonna go to the left this time. So we're gonna, I keep picking at my hand. There you go, that was just a roll. So a little bit over. So she's not listening to the kick, so we're gonna go to the rein. There we go. Go to the inside. Here we go. Now we're gonna go face the camera. There we go. And now we're gonna, whoa. Ooh, that one was a good stop. Good girl, that was a good stop. Okay, so we're gonna give her a little bit of something different, and we're gonna try back up. Good girl. Okay, now I'm gonna just leave those reins there and try and ride with, because I keep picking up on them as a crutch. So I wanna look. There we go. That was really good. You're turning too far in, girl. She's getting annoyed with me. Hey. You're not turning left, sister. Here you go. See if we can get her to go to the right. There we go. Get her to stop. Ooh. Good girl. We'll get her to go forward. Good girl. To the right. Ooh. 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 Whoa. I had to say whoa 3 times. That was not very nice. Get her to go. Get her to go to the left. She's been a little sour to the left, so I'm trying to give her a break. She got distracted that time. She wants to go to the gate. There we go. Oh, whoa. Good girl. So this is all with body language. So this is why your body position in the saddle is still important. Granted, I'm bareback, so I don't have anything to lean on. So she feels everything that I'm doing. But in the saddle, your horse can still feel what you're doing. And so it's important to be very clear. Like, I know I should probably sit up a little bit taller. I need to make sure that I'm looking where I want to go, so she will indicate, it will help indicate to her where we want to go. So I'm gonna ask her to go forward, so I'm looking forward. She turned, there we go. Now I want to go left. Keep going left. There we go. I'm going to go left again. This might be a little bit harder for her because she wants to go near that gate. She still wanted to go near that gate, and I was looking clearly to my left. Ooh, ooh. She keeps gravitating. You see her wanting to go left towards that gate. The gate is over there. And she still wants to gravitate and go left. So here we go. Good girl. Ooh, no. There we go. Ooh. Whoa. I might be stiffening my legs too much in that whoa. So I'm gonna make her rest over here away from the gate. So she doesn't get a look at it at all. She's over in this corner, way away from it, because that's where she keeps wanting to gravitate towards too. She's already like curious as to what's going on over there. I want her away from the gate as much as possible. I do not want her to rest over there, because she keeps going over there and not wanting to listen, because she can see what's going on, for one. Two, she knows then that's when she's going to be done, she gets to go out of that gate. So I want her to be away from there as much as possible. So we're going to give a squeeze. I'm going to try and get her to turn left. Oh, that was really good. Ooh, that was only leg pressure and looking. Ooh, now we got to get these stops good again. Ooh, ooh, good girl. So now I'm going to turn her left again, away from the gate. Try and stop her. Ooh, ooh, whoa, whoa. There we go. Now we're going to get her going. I'm trying to only give her a little bit of a break when she's kind of close to the gate. So now I'm cheating and using my rein. My rein. See, she keeps wanting to go towards that gate. We're going to keep working over here. I'll rest her right over here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Her stops are much better when she's facing that gate, because that's where she wants to go. Whoa. So now I'm going to turn her around away from it to rest. And then we're going to go do a couple circles near that gate, because I want her, ooh, to not think of that as her resting spot all the time. I want her to have to work over there and rest a little bit more back here. So I'm going to make her do a lot of turns over here. And we're going to use the rein over here just to make her work just that much more. We're doing a lot of turns. And then I'm going to yield her hind just a little bit. There we go. She's being a little bit of a sticky stink. Okay, so now I'm going to let her rest back over here. See if we can get a good whoa, whoa, whoa. But I don't want you facing that way. Whoa, whoa. So what I think I might do is have her work over there on the ground for a minute and get her hustling just a little bit, because she's getting a little bit more antsy as we go. Like I said, there's a lot going on, so I don't blame her, but see, she's turning right around to go over there. So we're gonna try and get her. That was a really good turn, girl. She's all walking all quick. Just gonna play a little game of don't let her go that way for just a second. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. See if we can get a nice little left turn after she goes to the bathroom here. Ooh, that was good. See if we can get another little left turn away from the gate. Ooh, that was good too. Ooh, ooh, whoa. So her turns have actually gotten a lot better. I've only had to really do either regular pressure or roll my heel. I haven't had to go to kicking quite as much, unless we're walking over here and she wants to go to the gate. I didn't ask you to go. Ooh. And so that's pretty good. I don't have to kick. And I think ooh, I didn't ask you to go. Ask her to back up a couple steps. Good girl. No, that doesn't mean go. Good girl. No. We're gonna make her back up when she wants to walk forward, and I didn't ask. So I'm gonna let my reins down and relax my body. There's all kinds of birds in there making her antsy. And then she just saw a horse. You're fine. You're gonna go out to your friends in a little bit. Relax. Ooh, ooh. Good girl. So I'm gonna have her back up a few steps because she walked off on her own. Ooh, that backup is so good. That backup is really good. Now I just want you to stay still and quit being so antsy. Let's go this way. No, I can feel you getting excited. You gotta relax. You gotta relax. You gotta relax, girl. No, you're gonna be fine. Ooh, ooh. Okay, that was much better of a sit. And wait, that was good. She's getting antsy though. You see how she's speed walking? She's getting all excited. She's like, I wanna go out with my friends. There's so much stuff going on out there. I miss my baby. I saw a horse go by and I wanna be out by it. But we gotta keep her in here. There we go. So we're gonna try and do some figure eights here. So hopefully I can keep them pretty good. This will help practice her turns a lot too. So we're gonna go to the left here. Try and come out and swing wide. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the pep in her step, but this is gonna be where it's difficult by the gate. Here we go. Good girl. As soon as she calms down, we'll go back to just legs. She's got so many poops. You got so many poops, sister. Okay. I want her to stay outside a little bit more. There we go. I want her to go still deep into the corners if I can. Now we're gonna go to the left. A little farther, girl. There we go. Now we're gonna go to the right. Trying to give her a release. Here we go. She tried to go right to the gate again. Sees another horse out there, so she's gonna get all excited again. Easy. The thing I love about riding bareback is you feel all of their feelings. You feel when they're excited, feel when they're nervous, when they're tense. Easy. That was a baby. Easy. There we go. She could hear baby out there, so now she's really distracted. That's okay. We're gonna keep working through it. I want her to relax before I stop doing this. I really want her to relax before we stop doing this, so. She's doing really good on her turns, honestly, and I'm pretty proud of her doing that. Now I just want her to go, keep going. There we go. That was good. She didn't even try and totally stop. I kept her going. Now she's looking at the fence though. There we go. She keeps cutting this corner. So on the next round, I'm gonna make sure she goes deep into that corner. She's starting to relax again. Now I want her to go deep in this one. There we go. Now we're gonna start turning right. There we go. Release the leg pressure just a little bit. Now putting it back on. Turn her nose away from that fence. See, she's always got kind of one eye on it if she can. So now we're gonna go deep in this corner over here. So I'm gonna keep my left leg pressure, there we go. Now right leg pressure. I release like a couple times. So if she was pointing her nose towards that inside, that corner, then I was releasing her. But as soon as I felt her waver, I put my leg back on her. So she knows that's what I want her to go. So you don't want to constantly have your leg on them, because then they're gonna either start to get frustrated or start to find a different answer. So then sometimes it can be speed, even if it's just on one side. She tends to do that sometimes too, is she'll start to want to do faster, because if you keep your leg on them too long, they're trying to find the answer. They want to do what you want for the most part. And so during that time, if you keep your leg on them and don't release the pressure, they're going to start to find other answers, because horses learn from the release of pressure and not the constant state of being in pressure. And by pressure, I mean like leg pressure. So right now I got my right leg on her. There we go, I just let it off because she was looking to the right and I wanted her to turn left. So like I want her to turn left, so my right leg is on her. And I'm looking where I want to go, so then my body is also telling her. And I want her to go deeper into this corner, so right leg, now left leg, and turn my body too. There we go. Release right there, and it's like kind of straightaway-ish. There we go. Got to keep her in it by the fence. There we go. So now my left leg is on her, and I'm kind of getting my right rein, or my rein to the right. There we go. Now my right leg, turning. There we go. Right leg. Now in the straightaway, I got right leg a little bit. Right leg a little bit because I don't want her to turn yet. Now I want her to turn. Left leg. Rein a little bit. She's wanting to look out. I want to switch this up a little bit so she's not facing that every time. So let's do this way, just to change it up the direction. There we go. Nope, now people are talking. She's like, oh my gosh, they're so scary. There we go. So now we're gonna go to the left, not all the way, ma'am. I'm gonna keep my focus on where I wanna go and use my legs and my rein if I have to. There we go. She gets distracted easily. It's fine. So do I if I want to go out somewhere. So now I'm going to go look to my right, use my left leg now rein a little bit. There we go. Keep her going. Right leg. She's calmed down quite a bit. We're having to use that rein because we're by the gate. No, not by the gate. We're not going by the gate, girl. Not by the gate, ma'am. She's like, but somebody's standing over there. They're gonna pet me if I go over there. No, that's not happening. So now we're gonna go left, right, other left, into this figure eight. We're gonna go towards the gate. So I know she's gonna wanna stop. So I'm gonna give her a squeeze here in a second, because she's gonna wanna stop by this gate. Squeeze, and then left leg pressure, right leg pressure to go left. I know, she's like, someone's gonna come pet me, I know it. You should have seen her winning when Lady walked by. Okay, I wanna get one good figure eight before I hop off of her, because if I stop now and she's stopping at that gate and not quite listening and wanting to just wander where she wants to go, and I'm rewarding that behavior, and that's not what I want to do. So let's see if we can get her to go. This seems promising. There we go. Now we can keep her, not quite. Nope, ma'am. There we go. Let's see if we can get one other good one, because that one was okay. She got a little distracted. She didn't stop at the gate that time though. So let's see if we can get her to go. I'm gonna tease her. I'm gonna let her go straight for it and then turn. Don't stop, don't stop. Stay wide. There we go. She's gonna try and overcorrect and go over there. So now let's see if we can get her to go this time. She's calmed down a bit. You can see she's relaxing. I'm gonna turn her a little sooner. There we go. There we go, good girl. So we're gonna keep her going. I wanna at least do 2 more like that. Oh, ma'am. That was the time when she thought leg pressure meant go forward faster. Keep going. You're fine. She's doing really good back here where she has no distractions, which I'm liking. I can pretty much do it without any rein pressure. It's that gate, that opening right over there. That is her biggest distraction.